Thank you so much for coming back to my space. Do you guys remember MySpace? MySpace creating your freaking profile. We were all engineers at one point, guys. MySpace. We were all MySpace engineers. The bulletin boards. Do you guys remember MySpace? Welcome to YLB Talks with Krystal, your host here of YLB Talks. If you are new here, very, very nice to meet you. Welcome. And if you are new here, thank you for coming back. I do appreciate you all being here in this space, clicking this video. I am starting to talk more about what came after the healing, what came after in discovering this whole, like, what was the healing for? Why did I need to heal my inner child? Why did I need to know what emotions were, like getting to the point of the why. Because as you know, or if you don't know, I am a person that loves questioning things. I love finding answers. I am a knowledge queen. I love learning, and anything that can help me along in my journey, then I know that it's for me and I know how to apply it to my life. That has been the wonderful thing about healing. So if you are new here, my name is Krystal. I originally am from YouTube. I have a YouTube. It's under Your Leo Best Friend. That's where YLB Talks came from. This space, if you are on Apple or Spotify listening to this talk under YLB Talks, it is Love, Nurture, Faith. Me and my beautiful cousin created this space to talk about cultural things with family, talk about breaking generational curses, and just the work that it takes. But doing the work takes work, and so right now, I think Diana announced it, so I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, we're gonna go with it. She is pregnant. She has a little bun in the oven just cooking up, and so I'm giving her the time she needs, but I know that she will be back here on Love, Nurture, Faith. So best way to support us and support my YouTube, support YLB Talks, is to give me a follow or subscribe to our channel, because again, me and Diana will be back. But right now, YLB Talks is going to create on this clear canvas. So welcome. And as I told you guys, I don't want these videos to be very edited, if that's a word. I don't want them to be very edited. And if you know anything about astrology and you know anything about Virgo moons, I do recognize the mistake. First off, if you show me something, I already caught the mistake. That's just the Virgo moon in me. I am a perfectionist and I always shoot for perfection. That's just the Virgo moon in me. And reason that I'm saying that I'm not gonna edit these is because I'm trying to let myself not be so perfectionism, not let my emotions be ran by my perfectionism. Just because something doesn't look perfect, Krystal, doesn't mean that it's not a good video or it's not good content. So I'm gonna allow myself just to be. I know I've been recording these for like a year now, and I did really edit the parts where I would have to come back and bring my nervous system or just sit in silence for a little. So I really did edit those parts out before, and I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm healing. As I mentioned, my nervous system feels like it's just a little baby. I definitely feel the rebirth, and I'm just letting myself be and just allowing Krystal to be. But thank you for being in this space. Quick disclosure, if you are someone that is in pain or someone that is hurting, I understand you. Just know that I do understand the place that you are in. But just because I understand you, I wish I could be there for so many people during this time. But again, I know a lot of people are not ready to ask for that help from someone they know or trust, because it can be hard to trust someone that you do know, especially if you come from a place where you couldn't really trust the people in your life. And I know how that feels. Just know that there are professionals out there. There are therapists, there are counselors at your school. There are people that will help you. And I know that it might seem scary for truth to come out and what your reality really is, like what is going on with you, that you are anxious, that you are sad. And I know how it feels to be in that place. And during those times when I felt my lowest and I felt like that and I trusted someone and that person did this, like, it's a really hard place to be at. So I know how you feel. I know that if maybe you have spoke with someone in your family or to a counselor and they did tell your parents or they did tell someone and you got a repercussion for that, I am so sorry. I just know that not everybody is out there. That is just something that needed to happen to be learned, something to be learned. So just know that I am with you 100% during this time with you if you are someone that is hurting. But always please seek a healthcare professional or someone you trust. Thank you guys for listening to my spiel. I read my horoscope the other day, or one of my little thingies that I get, and it said that as what part of my chart was it? I think it was my Sag rising, either my Sagittarius rising or my Virgo moon. But it said that I have to be careful not to sound preachy, which I think, yeah, it is my Virgo moon, because Virgo represents the priestess, represents the virgin, represents the earth. It's an earth sign, so that is a little bit backstory of Virgo. But point is that even though that I know my words are very, or can be very triggering, they can also be very healing. Just depends on the part of what information you are trying to receive from my podcast. So I do hope that my information that I am putting out there is to reach you to your highest self, to the person that you aim to be, the person that I know you believe that you can be. Even though a lot of people don't see the same vision as you, just know that you are allowed to be different and you are allowed to be yourself. And there I go with my preacher talk. So to go on, I'm gonna go on with the topic this week. So I left you guys with a very important, at least in my book, I'm a Leo, so I'm going to make everything dramatic. So yes, it was very important. I left you guys with a very important question. I told you guys to think of this specific statement, and it was emotion, right? Yeah, emotion equals energy in motion, because the E in emotion stands for energy. And then what does motion mean, guys? Movement, right? So energy in movement. So this week I wanted to continue that conversation and just give you guys a little insight. If you are someone that like you can step into a room and you're like, the vibe just feels off, or you step into a house and you just feel how heavy it is, or you step into a store and it just something feels off, or you wake up that day and you're just like, you feel these different things throughout your day. And I think for many of us that do have that inclination, should I call it? I don't know if that's the right word, but for us that can feel those energies, like you can feel when a person's off, you can feel when you don't vibe with the person, you can feel when this person does certain energies, like you can feel these things. And I do think because it is a feeling and it is a sensation. There's an emotion there. And because there is an emotion there, and what does emotion mean? Energy in motion. Think of it. That is why you are able to feel all these things, because we're feeling out the emotions of our surroundings. We're looking at our surroundings, and especially, I'm going to say especially, if you grew up in an environment that you weren't really sure what parents you were going to get. For example, like if you got home and you don't know if your mom was going to, if she had a bad day, or if she, whatever humanness your mom was doing, it still had an effect to you as a child. And because as a child, like think of yourself as a 7-year-old. I want you to think of yourself as a 7-year-old. And ask that little 7-year-old, like, just what was going on in their life. Like, I know our minds might try to go to, oh, that's the year my parents bought me this Nintendo. Like, that's the year that this, like, okay, like, yes. But what else was happening? And I think that's the part that we have the hardest time talking about when it comes to childhood trauma, is because you don't want to hurt your parents. Like, you don't want to say that they were not nice people to you sometimes, but it has nothing to do with you. But that's the thing, is that you have to be able to teach your body and your mind and heal that part of yourself, that emotion, or clear the energy of the emotion, right? Because if emotion is there from your 7-year-old, then you can definitely work with clearing that out. That is what I mean by clearing out old wounds, is that you go in and you clear these wounds that are within you. Because here comes the learning. We are 3 different types of bodies. Humans are 3 different types of bodies. So we have our mind, which I have told you guys. We have our body, and then we have our spirit. So mind, body, spirit. We have our mind, body, spirit. As you guys know, I told you the mind is the body and the body is the mind, right? They reflect off of each other, that mirror thing. Yes, so your body is your mind. So think of Albert Einstein, if you would like. And what's his equation? E equals mc squared. Mc squared, mind plus body, they're the same, m squared. And then E, energy. So energy equals mc squared. So your energy equals your mind and your body. That is how you are able to go through life and feel all these things and feel so much things, because it's not bad that you know how to read these emotions or read this energy, whatever you want to call it. It's not bad that you know how to do these things. You just have to be able to. So it's not bad that you know. Hold on, I didn't know where I was going. I think I was getting preachy, guys. So it's not bad that you don't know, so it's not bad that you know how to read these different energies, or if you know that when a vibe is off, you know when the energy's off. It's not bad that you know how to do these things, because we are all, everything is energy. Everything around you has an energy. This plant here, she's emanating energy. These plants back here, these tea is just emanating certain vibrations of energy. And this is where also I wanted to start next little topic, if you guys are still following along with me. It's this next thing, and to continue on with my story of how I got into energy reading and being able to read my own energy, being able to work with my own energy to deal with certain people, deal with certain situations. And really, I think it came down to me first it was learning emotions. For you, it might be that you need to learn the energy first and then the emotions. If you think emotions in your mind is kind of like, no, like, I was told I can't feel emotions. I was told men don't cry. I was told women are supposed to toughen up. Like, there's different information, right, that is fed into our ears. There's information. This is even information being read on to you right now. We're just information, right? So think of information as just a way of traveling through all of us, through you. And I took some notes because I was meditating on this, and I wanted to give you guys the best information that I can to make it make sense, because for me, the math needs to math, and if the math ain't mathin', energy's off, I'm out. So I'm gonna read you guys this little paper thingy I did, I'm gonna post it in if you guys want me to post these actually like a little blog, I can. That would actually be very fun. So I left off with Candace Pert. And I told you guys at the end of that book, she mentions how... So I didn't tell you guys even about the book. I just mentioned, I thought I told you guys. Okay, so point is, I read this book, right, from Candace Pert, that's Molecules of Emotion. The biggest part, though, of this whole book, like, yeah, she talked about all the science, which, okay, like, I love science too, but a lot of science is just very theoretical. No one ever says, like, yeah, that's how it is. It's always just theoretical. Like, I feel like that's just... we're never going to know a clear answer. But this is how it gets to the energy, where I'm going to. So when I read that book, I got to the end, and she said... So I already knew... Wait, did I? I knew who he was. Yes, I did know. I knew who he was because I have heard of him, but I didn't ever look into him. But Candace Pert, what she said was, she was trying to find all these things and really figure out what emotions were and figure out why humans felt and what were emotions. And she ended up finding all these receptors, and she ended up finding like a lot of information, which good for her. Like, that was a big study, because I think for that reason we can see how science and spirituality really do go hand in hand, but not in a way of... I guess it differs in beliefs. But I think we're saying the same thing, right? Point is, she ends up coming to figure out that our emotions start from these 7 centers in our body. There were 7 centers in our body, main centers, where the actual like receptors started, where the call like actually started in your body, what the emotion. There were 7 centers where the emotion was being held, where the emotion would release, or where the emotion would go into or react from. So there was these different 7 centers, and she was so intrigued. She's like, what are these 7 centers? Like, even I would be like, what is this? Like, again, question why. So as my good friend Candace Pert went to study, she ended up finding this picture of 7 chakras, which I will get there. Hold on, I will get there. 7 chakras. She ended up finding a picture of the 7 chakras. She had her picture, right, of the energy, or of the receptors, I'm sorry. She had the picture of her for her receptors and her 7, and where the emotion started, right? She ends up finding Deepak Chopra and his chakras, the chakra system, explaining the chakra system. She grabs Deepak's cover of the chakras and aligns it with Candace Pert. They align it they end up being the exact same. So these energy centers, these receptors and this nervous system and this over here, all of this started in 7 centers. Deepak Chopra, he has these 7 centers that he calls chakras, that he refers to energy centers. 7 main energy centers. So, I'm going to read this to you guys. So, I labeled it to heal equals to change in vibration. So, let's get started here. So, energy centers are centers of information vibrating through you. Each center is in charge of a different vibration, and the vibration lets off a color. These centers being called chakras, which in Hindu translates to wheel. There are 7 main energy centers in the human body, and it starts at the root. You're like, I think it is called, it's like in between. So in the back, think of your back like right above where your, probably the center, like where your ass starts, wherever your buttocks. Bring out my medical assistant over here. But there, wherever that is, right there, that is where your root is. And so the base, this center emanates the vibration of the color red. That is why this chakra is associated with the color red. If you know, I'm going to put a picture here of the root chakra. So the root chakra, which means safety, and this is what I mean by information. When I told you guys there's information given to you as a child, given to you as an adult, you're just ciphering through these informations. They're triggering something in you. They're triggering different things. They're making you react in this way. They're making you do this. They're making you think that. And you're like trying to figure it all out. Why do you think that sometimes you feel stuck? Like you literally feel stuck. Like you feel stuck. Like life isn't going the way you want it. You just are kind of going on with what information is being sounded. Like whatever sound you're hearing, whatever information is being given into your mind, your subconscious is just recreating this. And I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not saying I think. I know that, and I have been able to find within myself, and when I have been able to heal myself and feel my emotions and allow myself these hard boundaries that I know weren't going to last forever, but I knew that I needed to have certain boundaries in my life to be able to get to a space where I felt safe at my root, to be able to replant seeds that I knew I needed, and that my energy body needed, and that my mind needed, and that my body needed, and most importantly, the one that my soul needed. Because I'm at a space where I'm like, who is she? I'm just like trying to figure out who this Krystal is. Like she's just letting herself be and trying so hard just to love herself and learn to love the person that she is and recreate new boundaries, recreate new beliefs, recreate a story that is actually for your soul and your life path, and you not just continuing to follow a generation that is not working, like the blind leading the blind. Shout out to my friend Marlene, the blind leading the blind always. But I do hope that this message or this finding helps you in some type of way. So we're going to heal the root now, guys. We are going to heal the root. And whether you want to do it vibrationally or whether you want to do it visually for your body and your mind. So if you want to do it for your mind and your body, or you want to do it for your energy, whichever way, I will be talking about both of those ways here on my channel, here on YLB Talks, and your Leo Bestie on YouTube, and Love Nurture Faith everywhere. It's going to be available here for you to learn if you are someone that is just ready to let your soul be heard and you just feel this calling for your soul. Then know that you are on the right path. I do hope that this change of season, it's the summer solstice. Today is the longest day of the year because the sun is still. The sun is still. So be in stillness and remember that every day is a new opportunity to grow. Actually, I'm not done yet because I want to give you guys something to think about for the root. I still need to go. I don't know why I think I'm done. I am always the reason I watch my videos a lot of the times is so I could learn off of my own self. But I'm trying to learn in a way where I'm not judging myself, which again, all the editing. So I'm not gonna judge myself. I'm just gonna let it be. I am not done. You're not done. So stay put. I just need to relax, and again, let's regroup, let's reset. I'm just gonna say it as a reset. If you want to join. Last thing I'm gonna leave you guys with is going to be something that you can think about for your root chakra. Something that you can do for your root to be able to start either clearing out things from your root, healing through certain things, certain vibrations, certain energy. Like if you feel certain things that might start coming up. So just if you are ready for that energetic change, or you're ready for that energetic spark, or you're waiting for that internally within your mind and your body, for your mind to be more still and your body to be more calm, you can do this too, because it's not just all woo woo. It's not, I promise. Again, it's the science, it's the emotion. So that's what I'm going to talk about. That's why I wanted to bring both in, because I feel like I'm such a neutral person. Yes, I love science. Yes, I love spirituality, but I think we need to stop trying to be which one is right, and just be it's the, again, fact of the matter. What is it? So let's regroup. While we're doing that, I'm gonna look up. Actually, I should go get. Oh no, it's not right there. I thought it was. I have a book that could help with the chakras, but I'm just gonna show you guys what I used to do. It's not anything I don't know. I would just go on Pinterest. I'm a Pinterest hoe. I love Pinterest. I live on Pinterest, and especially I'm taking a social media break, and you might call Pinterest social media. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm lying to myself. We all lie to ourselves. What's it called? What does Kenny call it? I don't remember what he calls it, but pretty much he says that we lie to ourselves all the time, and I just caught myself in a lie, guys. You guys witnessed it. That I'm taking a social media break from Twitter, from Instagram, and from TikTok, but I have gotten on Pinterest. So don't come at me, you social media cops. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that the root, the root. So what I was trying to get at, sorry guys, I need to just regroup. Okay, let me drink some of my tea. Some little herbs. So, during the time that I found this out and I was reading this book and I found out about Candace Pert and I found out about Deepak Chopra and it just met in the middle, I was like, who is Deepak Chopra and what can he teach me? What can I learn from Deepak Chopra? And that is where I started learning more about the energy centers and the chakras and my energy body and so much. So what I was trying to get at is that Pinterest is a wonderful spot just to look up anything basic on the root chakra. You don't have to like go deep. I know you want to go deep into this and I'll tell you that you don't have to. You can just get what you need and then just go on. That curious mind of yours is going to want to go deep. And maybe if you do have to go deep, then that's just you, but you can go on Pinterest and just search up root chakra. This is what I did when I first found out about the root chakra. You're going to find affirmations. You're going to find out affirmations. So, I am safe. I deserve to feel safe. I am supported. I am worthy of support. I am connected to my body. I am a home in my body. I trust the universe to guide me. I have a right to be here. I have access to all the resources I need to survive and thrive. I am equipped with the tools I need to succeed. Before you guys do any of this, just do a little intention setting. What is your intention with wanting to connect with your root? If you are someone that is ready to connect to the root and start healing the root or healing the emotional damage or emotional wounding, should I say, of the root, just know it is a hard journey. It is hard. I'm not gonna lie to you and say it's easy and you just learn about chakras and that's all. It's not just that. You do and you are going to go through emotional roller coasters. You're letting things go that have been in your energy or have been in your body for many decades. I'm a person that I can speak about that, and I'm in a space now where I'm like, okay, like I healed my root, I healed blah blah blah. So it's a rough journey, but I do know that a lot of us were built for this. If not, I know that God would not have guided me to learn all this. I would not have been becoming this person that I am. I'm pretty sure a lot of you can feel it. Like if you know me personally, that you can feel like that vibrational shift or energy shift within myself. And it's just a passage and a journey of learning. And so, reason I'm saying this, and just look for your intention. What is your intention? And do you want to heal your childhood wounds because you do see how you're not being true to yourself, or you're not being true to the ones you love? Or do you want to heal the root because you know that there's emotional pain within your body, and you can feel it when you get headaches, you can feel it when you get pains in your hip, you can feel your stomach just hurting, you can feel your migraine just coming back. Like there's so much pain that is talking to us and wanting to go somewhere. Energy flows, energy just think of a wave, like water. It just flows, and it's Cancer season, so it's just we're all we have to be in a flow. We're 80-90% water. You think that we're not going to need some flowing and some removing some stuff from our energy? Of course we're gonna need all that. It's part of nature, and I do think that's on my Virgo moon, me and my earthy self. point is set an intention. What is your purpose? What do you want to do with this? What is your vision? What are you trying to get at? Are you just trying to learn new things? If you're just trying to learn and you're trying to get the feel for it, then I'm proud of you, and just know that you got this and you can count on me. I know that sometimes I might seem like an intimidating person, but I'm not really that intimidating. Of course, my Capricorn self is always going to be protective of myself, or how should I say that, is going to be, yeah, like a boss bitch energy. But just know you can count on your friend Krystal. So go to Pinterest, Root Chakra affirmations. You're gonna find, let's see, journal prompts. If you are journaling, you are gonna do that. Affirmations. Big one, guys. This is a big one. I am gonna tell you guys, because again, my Virgo moon is just shining today. I'm gonna let her shine. So my Virgo moon is going to be like getting really serious with this conversation. Maybe I do need to leave it for another day, but this is where I'll leave you guys. This is where I'll leave you guys. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. So last thing, I'm start for next week. Come back to next week's topic. Start thinking of what you are eating. Start thinking of the foods that you are eating and start asking yourself what, and this is also going to be a way that you can start like testing your intuition, like start testing how well you are with like reading the vibration of things. And how I said everything's energy. So think of the next time that you go and you reach for food. I want you to ask yourself, what vibration do I think this food carries? I'm going to say it, Cheetos. I'm going to say it because I was a Cheeto queen. My old boss used to call me Cheeto because of how much I used to eat Cheetos. Trust me, a girl knows about Cheetos, the red fingers. I putting more limon, putting cheese, like I remember that love for Cheetos, okay? I still have an inner fat girl. I still have an inner fat girl, and every now and then she's like, I want Cheetos. Anyways, so Cheetos. It has, let's just do it together, okay? For you guys have an example. Let's just read the vibration of Cheetos. So I know for one, it has red 40, right? And if you guys have watched my YouTube, you guys know that red 40 makes people react emotionally. It messes with your emotions. Red 40 messes with your emotions. So to me, that kind of just seems like anger. That's kind of like what it gives me, the emotion. Like, remember, get your emotions tracker. Look at the wheel. Look for what emotion you think it is. Again, this is just me. Your example and your life is going to be different, but I'm just reading it for myself, right? So these Cheetos, that's what I think. But I could also go for something just red. What if I go and I eat some strawberries? Let's read the vibration of a strawberry. So this vibration of a strawberry, I just think sweet. So think about it. You're going to think of both visually. So you have the Cheeto and you have the strawberry. What's going to happen when I eat that Cheeto? To me, I know that I'm going to start feeling angry. I know that probably gonna start feeling sad, different things, but I do know that I'm gonna start feeling that. And that's the first one, right? Let's think of me eating the strawberry. what am I gonna feel? I'm gonna feel like my little taste buds, like the little sugar, like the sweetness of the strawberry naturally, just feel it. I know I'm gonna want another one, and I'm gonna say that I wish I had chocolate with these. Like, girl loves her chocolate. But yeah, think of that this week. Read the vibration of the food you're eating. What is the benefit it's going to give me? What is it going to do to my body? Or just notice. Again, be in stillness. Just notice what happens. Like, just say, do like a little science experiment with yourself. You can be like, okay, this week today I'm going to eat some Cheetos, and just journal how you feel after. A food, once you eat a food, its effect is going to be 24 hours. So keep track of how you feel within 24 hours. I'm gonna tell you guys about an experiment that I'm doing on myself. I'm taking very good care of my gut. I'm learning a lot about the gut, and one of the things that I know I've mentioned it on here is how our gut is our second brain. So I'm trying something where I have been feeling very healthy. Like, my mind, my body, and my spirit have been so healthy. I'm a healthy person. I feel like I emanate health. That's just who I am. Health and wealth. But I just emanate that, I feel. At least that's what I think of myself, and that's what I'm going to go with, because that is my decision of what I think of myself. And I have been eating good. I've been trying I'm on an Indian kick, is that what I keep saying, because I'm obsessed with this food that I found. It's Ayurvedic. So you could say I'm more on an Ayurvedic diet, which I could talk about that in future episodes, which I will, and it's coming here. But point is that there are times, and the more I learn, is that yes, our body needs the good bacteria. It's good to eat healthy, but there are times where your body needs the bad bacteria to balance. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to I've been eating good, and 24 hours later I feel fine, like I feel healthy again. I'm going to go eat something supposedly bad. I'm going to go have my favorite pizza and wings. I'm a pizza and wings girl. I love wings, and I love pasta, and I love yeast. Apparently my body loves the freaking bacteria of yeast because I just love carbs. But point is, I haven't let myself eat like that a lot, so I'm gonna go try it and give you guys a difference of eating healthy and then with eating, like having a balance, versus just always continuing to eat the bad stuff. Like, I would not go eat Cheetos again. Like, I'm just gonna tell you guys, I wouldn't. But I can go have other things, like a good pizza and wings. Like, I'm obviously not gonna go to Little Caesars. Like, are you kidding? That just emanates a different vibration than all the other ones. Like, I don't know, you just have to start reading whatever it emanates, and whatever vibration you feel it's gonna give it to your body. Start listening, because we're all interconnected. We're all energy. We're all this. We're all plants. That's just my high talk. Shout out to my CBD gummy. Okay. I think that's all. Yeah, so go to Pinterest. Point is, go to Pinterest, find some things that you can do, and that's the next thing is start looking. So first, obviously, go to Pinterest, look for some affirmations and say your daily affirmations. I know affirmations feel like they're not working sometimes, but you don't know what happens behind the scenes. So I am just gonna leave you guys there. The root chakra. So for this week or for today, I'm gonna leave you guys with that thought of what is the vibration of the food that you're eating, and root chakra affirmations. There it is. Thank you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little episode. If you guys have any questions, I am not wanting to do it, but I think I need to go back on social media for something, but I'm avoiding it. It has been so nice and so quiet in my life without social media. I needed that peace and quiet. I really did. If anybody is thinking about doing a social media cleanse, do it. I thought I was going to die vibrationally, like my nervous system. I really thought that I was going to have a hard time, and I did. And I didn't think I was going to have a hard time, and I did. But it was just more unconsciously. I got to see my unconscious self in action, which I thought was really cool. But I also liked the fact that the people I kept up with on social media, I ended up reaching out to, because I missed the seeing what was going on in one of my friends' life, seeing what my friend was up to, what they've been doing, and so it did give me the opportunity to stop letting social media be a place for connection for myself, which I think is very Saturn in Pisces, my Saturn return. I'm learning about communication. So I think that this social media cleanse was in honor of that Saturn return. Because I am in my Saturn return. For those of you that know, 27 to 30 astrologically, the planet, or think of it like astronomy if you don't want to think about astrology. Again, another thing that people don't want to say are the same thing. But the planet Saturn is in Pisces, and it's at the same spot where, if you were born in 1995, I don't remember the exact years. I have an episode out on it, so if you want to learn more, go check out that one. But I did mention in that episode how my Saturn in Pisces was teaching me more about communication, and look at that. Look at that. So I guess you could say we learn here, but thank you. I do appreciate you so much for being the person that clicks on this and just warms my heart every time I see it. I hope that whoever is watching or listening, that this helps you in some way to be able to get to the place that you want to get to, the place that I know you internally want to get to. I think that is within all of us, but it just needs a little awakening. We all need someone to tell us to wake the F up, and I'm gonna be your friend to tell you, wake the fuck up. Sorry for the swearing, but I love you, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I love saying this, have the day that you deserve, because it's I'm putting it out there. You get to choose what person you want to be, so have the day that you deserve. I absolutely love you guys, and love yourself, nurture yourself, and have faith. I love you. I keep saying that. Obviously, you guys know I love you guys. And I'm gonna disconnect now. Bye, guys.